Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. Cory here. And if you are new and just joining us for the first time, hello, merry meet. You will find days 1 through 4 in the previous video. This is day 5 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge hosted by the lovely, lovely Ethony Dawn every January. This is my 3rd year participating. And today's prompt for day 5 is the card that stalked you in 2018. And I definitely had a stalker card this year. I did a lot of daily draws, especially in the beginning half of the year, that kind of ended up tapering off in the second half. But in the second half, I still kept drawing this card. And I'm actually sharing with you guys, this is the Bad Bitches Tarot. This is Ethony's tarot deck, actually, because I primarily used it for daily draws. It didn't stray far from my working altar. And the card that stalked me is the Page of Pentacles, or was the Page of Pentacles. Now, this card... The reason it stalked me, and before I really dive into it, just FYI, if you guys have a stalker card, Ethony actually has in her blog a really great post about how to dive into and analyze your stalker card. If you have a card, and what we mean by stalker card is one that just keeps popping up over and over again. And that might happen because you've got a lesson that you really need to learn. And maybe you're like me and you're a little bit thick-headed and stubborn and you're not quite getting it, and you need to be reminded over and over and over again, which is why the card appears. Or there could be really a number of reasons. So that's my reason, as we'll get into the Page of Pentacles. So I encourage you guys to check that out. I will try and link that specific article or post in the description box so you guys can have easy access to it, but it is on Ethony's blog. It is wonderful. Will help you work through a stalker card. I didn't need to work through it because I knew exactly why this card was coming up. 2018 for me had a number of lessons related to the Page of Pentacles. So I'll just go over a couple of them really briefly. With relation to this card, part of the reason why it kept following me around and popping up in readings, not just daily draws, but other readings as well, is that there are certain situations where I will give up and back down. And the Page of Pentacles is about persistence, you know, among other things. One of her lessons is persistence. And there were a couple situations that came up for me in 2018 where I really wanted to throw in the towel, and that's when this card really came up the most. Sort of encouraging card to say, look, shit happens, and you're just going to have to go through it. Find that determination, find that perseverance to pull through and get it done, right? She's hardworking. The Page of Pentacles is, you know, yeah, she's at the beginning stages of her craft, really, but it's about, you know, that message of hope and what hard work can bring about for you. Okay, it's about getting over those hurdles. And so for me, this card really came up, not so much to also continue to repeat the lesson until I got it, of like really sticking with something, but to also provide encouragement. Is kind of how I saw it, of like, it's okay, keep going, you'll get there, you're almost there. And like I said, situations came up with my business. Situations came up personally, even with regards to my surrogacy journey. If you guys follow me on Instagram, be aware of that. And there were really hard moments there where I wanted to say fuck it and be done with a couple things. And that's when this card really pulled up and was like, look, don't let go of it yet. Keep going. And so, yeah, it wasn't just a lesson card for me, although a lot of that was in there. It was also a message of support. And, you know, pages are about messages, right? They bring in those messages. So that's really the big message that she was carrying for me, was to not throw in the towel, to keep going, to really stick to it and cross that finish line. I don't know if this card is going to continue to stalk me in 2019. We will see. But it's interesting because of the situations that I've been in, that I have a newfound love for this card. It's now become a joy when I see her, that when she appears, it's like a friend's waving hello. So that was kind of interesting. For when I did this challenge last year, the card that really stalked me in 2017 was the Tower. And I had a completely different takeaway after a year of like pulling the Tower than I had with, you know, an entire year of pulling the Page of Pentacles. And maybe my decks were aware of that and wanted to kind of lighten the mood for me because 2018 was such a tough year. I don't know. I feel like as you begin to work with your decks, they really start to, and I'm going off on a tangent here, but I still feel it's relevant. As you begin to really, really work with your decks and connect to them and their personalities and how they speak to you, that you develop this relationship like a really good friend. And the more they just kind of get to know you and what you need to hear, and will uncannily pop up with the right message for you at the right time. So this was my girl in 2018. So my Stalker card. Did you guys have a Stalker card last year? And if so, I wonder what that was. I haven't been able to look at anybody's video today. So after I press stop on this and the video compresses and I get it all ready for you guys to upload, I'm going to check out some of your video responses on YouTube. If you are doing this challenge and I don't have your channel information, which may very well be, put it in the comments below. I would love to subscribe to you guys and start watching all of your videos and keep up with you. It's one of the things that I love about this challenge, is really connecting to all of the other tarot readers out there in our community and seeing what they're doing. Even if you're not a professional reader and you just, you know, you just cracked open tarot for the first time last month, would still love to see what you guys have to say about this challenge. So definitely put your information in the comments below. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this challenge so far. I know I am. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, day 6. And until then, blessed be.